This week, we are taking a look at the concepts of speech and language. And the emphasis here is that for a normal hearing child, the speech sound system does not exist apart from language. The child is acquiring the sound system and learning the rules at the same time that he or she is acquiring the language. However, the important thing to remember is that speech is not a synonym for language. Speech can exist apart from language, as when a bird talks. Or language can surely exist apart from speech, as when a deaf person communicates through sign language. So we want to make sure that we understand those concepts. We'll also be looking at the development of the child's phonological system and a number of theories that explain this development, as well as watching a podcast from Reading Rockets on the sound of speech and using that podcast to post in the discussion forum. So let's take a look at the activities and assignments for this week. You'll notice on this page, before we get to our resources, that you have an end-of-course idea survey. Please make sure that you take the opportunity in the next week or so to complete this survey about the course and provide your feedback. This oral language checklist should help you to complete your final project, which is due next week. So let's take a look at that. And what you should do is, I don't need this, but you certainly do. Did you transcribe your oral language? Are there 100 utterances? Can I differentiate who's speaking when I look at your transcription? Did you color code so I can do that? Have you provided 3 or more examples of content, form, and use? Did you determine the MLU, and did you do so accurately and with narrative support? Do you indicate whether the child is delayed, advanced, or just at the right stage at this point? Did you analyze the grammatical morphemes? Have you done the content, form, and use table? Have you analyzed the content stage of language development, the form stage of language development, and the use stage of language development? Have you discussed in your narrative Brown stage of language development? And have you identified the receptive and expressive strengths and weaknesses? You need to provide 4 reasons why the child's behavior is typical or atypical. And finally, include 4 or 5 strategies to enhance the language, as well as a bibliography page. So if you use this checklist, this will certainly help. Okay, this link will take you to the discussion board for this week. And I'm going to click on it because this week the discussion is a bit different. Here you're going to view the podcast first, and this is your link to the podcast. There are also articles related to the podcast. You're going to post a summary of what you learned as a result of viewing the podcast and reading the articles. So this is a little different than we normally do in a post. I hope that you enjoy that. Let's go back. And our reading and resources for this week. So you have an article on typical speech development and another one on typical speech development, a PowerPoint that will help you to understand phonological development, and a very short video on speech, language, and hearing milestones. This material serves as a great supplement to your text, so I hope you take the time to explore and process this? Well, we are getting very near to the end of the course, and you should be working on your SEA assignment. And for those of you who want to make sure that you have everything, I'm going to click on week 7 when this is due and point out one area to you. So in week 7, when you click on activities and assignments, you will notice that you have a folder, SEA Long Language Sampling. You'll submit your paper in this area, but if you click on this folder, you will see that you have examples, sample templates, all kinds of information that you need to help you, as well as the rubric that will be used to score. So I didn't want to wait for you to see this in week 7. I think it's important you see this before as well. We will not have a chat this week, but I will be available to you. So if you have questions or concerns, I'd like you to set up a phone conversation with me or via email. Thank you, and I hope this video has proved helpful to you and that you are on your way to successfully completing this course. Take care, and I look forward to speaking with you.